Morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebook, and welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Aries. Today we're going to be doing a book review on fly fishing tailwaters, tactics and pattern for year-round waters. This book, in my opinion, is pretty good. It talks about tailwaters. There's not many books about tailwaters in general. There's like reading trout streams, etc. So, let me see about getting into the index. First of all, this is an interlibrary loan. It's by Dorsey, by the way. Stackpole Books. Another Stackpole made in China, but it's okay. Let's see. Do we have the index somewhere? Apparently sometimes it's hard to get the index out. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1, The Nature of Tailwaters. Chapter 2, Understanding Dams and Releases. Chapter 3, Seasons of Tailwater. Chapter 4, The Fish. Chapter 5, Reading the River. Chapter 6, Nymphing Tactics. Chapter 7, Dry Fly Tactics. Chapter 8, Streamer Tactics. Chapter 9, Midges and their imitations. Chapter 10, Mayflies and their imitations. Chapter 11, Catty Flies and Stoneflies and their imitations. Chapter 12, Crustaceans and their imitations. Chapter 13, Other Trout Foods and their imitations. Chapter 14, Matching the Hat and Reading the Rise. Chapter 15, Equipment and Knots. And Chapter 16, Angler Responsibility. Then you got the references and the index. One of my favorite book parts in any chapters of reading books is the equipment and knots, because they always tell you various things, and when you read it, you're like, oh yeah, this isn't bad. Now, I don't know what this is going for in Amazon, but to me, this book is about a 7 out of 10. It's highly recommended. The book's very well done, very big, very light for the most part. I highly recommend it because it just talks about, what type of thing, you need to do, how to do things, It's always talking about different things, like for streams and stuff. My only pet peeve in any fly fishing book so far is I've not come across a book that actually talks about the length of the fly rod needed for smaller streams. This one talks about with a 10 and 11 foot fly rods for other reasons. Some say basically, need a 4 to 6. Yeah, 4 to 6 isn't bad, but 2 and 3 you never hear about. So you always got to look into that, and you got to find out what is a decent one too. This book, in my opinion, as I've said, is highly recommended and worth the money. I borrowed it because I wanted to read it before buying it, and it would make a good gift for anyone who wants to do it. And if you see, this little guy decided to hop up on me today. This guy's name is Blizzard. He's an American Eskimo, and he's my fly fishing buddy. Yeah, and he's a good little dog. So anyways, with that said, fly fishing tailwater's worth the money and very decent read. So with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments, leave feedback and suggestions. Thank you, and may God bless the world.